I joked that I should have married his brother instead. He got up and did this. I'm sitting at my sister-in-law Megan's dining table, swirling the remaining red wine in my glass. The rich mahogany table is covered with empty plates and half-eaten desserts from our monthly family dinner. Ethan, my husband of 5 years, sits across from me, quietly listening to his brother Noah tell some story about his recent promotion. I tap my fingernails against my wine glass, watching Noah gesture enthusiastically. So then my boss says, "Noah, I've never seen someone turn a project around that quickly." And just like that, boom, corner office with a view of the park, Noah says, leaning back in his chair with that confident smile I've always found charming. I think God, Noah always has to be the center of attention, doesn't he? But why does everyone eat it up like this? Even Ethan looks impressed. I glance at my husband, who's nodding along to his younger brother's story. Ethan, with his sensible button-up shirt that I've told him 100 times is too loose on his frame. Ethan, with his predictable job at the accounting firm. Ethan, who'd rather stay home watching documentaries than try the new cocktail bar I've been dying to visit. That's amazing, Noah. You've always had that magic touch with people, Megan says, beaming at her brother-in-law. I roll my eyes and take another sip of wine. It's my third glass, and the warm buzz emboldens me. Well, I guess the Thompson genes distributed the charisma unevenly, I say with a laugh that comes out louder than I intended. Noah got all the excitement, and Ethan got all the reliability. The table goes quiet for a beat. I see Ethan's parents exchange a look. Reliable isn't bad, Ethan says quietly, that familiar crease forming between his eyebrows. No, it's great, I continue, the words tumbling out before I can stop them. But sometimes I wonder what life would have been like if I'd met Noah first. I playfully nudge Noah's arm across the table. I joke with my friends that I married the wrong brother. I'm laughing, waiting for others to join in. Instead, the room feels like all the oxygen has been sucked out. I look at Ethan. His face has gone completely still. Not angry, something worse. Hurt, deep hurt that makes his eyes look hollow. He sets his napkin down slowly, methodically. Ethan, I'm just kidding, I say, the laughter dying in my throat. Without a word, he stands up. His chair scrapes against the hardwood floor with an ugly sound that makes me wince. For a moment, he just stands there, looking down at the table. Not at me, not at anyone. Then he simply walks out of the dining room. A few seconds later, I hear the front door open and close. Jesus, Olivia, Noah mutters, shaking his head. What? I say defensively. It was a joke. He knows I'm just teasing. Ethan's mother, Helen, gives me a look that could freeze lava. That wasn't teasing, Olivia. That was cruel. I cross my arms over my chest. He's being sensitive. It's not like I meant anything by it. I'm going to check on him, Noah says, standing up and leaving the table. I'm sitting there, feeling everyone's eyes on me. I think, why is everyone making such a big deal about this? It was just a stupid joke. The drive home is silent. Ethan stares straight ahead at the road, his knuckles white on the steering wheel. I try to make conversation a few times, but he only gives one-word responses. Fine, whatever. Yes. No. I think he's really milking this for all it's worth, isn't he? Making me feel like the bad guy when he's the one who embarrassed me by walking out. When we get home, I'm standing in our kitchen, leaning against the counter as Ethan fills a glass with water. His movements are mechanical, precise. Are you going to give me the silent treatment all night? I ask, crossing my arms. He turns to face me, and I'm struck by how tired he suddenly looks. What exactly do you want me to say, Olivia? That you're overreacting? It was a joke, Ethan. Everyone jokes about their spouses. It's normal. Was it, though? He asks quietly. A joke? I throw my hands up. Yes. God, why are you being so dramatic about this? Because, he says, setting his glass down with careful control, jokes usually have some truth to them. And this isn't the first time you've compared me to Noah or made me feel like I'm not enough for you. I roll my eyes. Now you're just being ridiculous. Am I? His voice remains level, which somehow makes this worse than if he were yelling. Last month at the Johnsons' party, you told everyone I was boringly dependable. At your birthday dinner, you said my gift was typical Ethan, safe and predictable. 2 weeks ago, you declined our anniversary reservation because Noah invited us to that cocktail event with his work friends. I feel heat rising in my face. So what, you're keeping score now? I'm noticing a pattern, he says, then takes a deep breath. I'm going to sleep in the guest room tonight. Seriously? You're that upset over a stupid comment? He pauses at the doorway, his back to me. It's not about the comment, Olivia. It's about respect, and I don't think you respect me very much anymore. I'm standing alone in the kitchen, stunned, as I hear the guest room door close quietly down the hall. The next morning, I'm sitting at our kitchen island, scrolling through Instagram while sipping my coffee. Ethan is making toast, his back to me. The silence between us is thick, uncomfortable. I think, this is getting ridiculous. He needs to get over it already. So are we going to talk about this, or are you just going to keep pouting? I say, setting my phone down. Ethan turns around slowly. He hasn't shaved, and for some reason, the stubble makes him look different. Harder somehow. I'm not pouting, Olivia. I'm thinking. About what? How to make me feel guilty over a harmless joke. He sighs, pushing his toast away untouched. About us. About whether this is working anymore. Something cold settles in my stomach. What are you talking about? You're considering ending our marriage over one stupid comment. No, he says, looking me directly in the eyes. I'm considering ending our marriage because of the pattern of disrespect. Because I've spent 5 years trying to make you happy, and it's never enough. Because you'd rather imagine a life with my brother than appreciate the one we've built together. I stand up, my coffee forgotten. That's not fair. I don't want to be with Noah. It was a joke. Then why make it? He asks quietly. Why humiliate me in front of my family? Why constantly compare me to him? I open my mouth to argue, but no words come out. Because deep down, past all my defensiveness, I know there's some truth to what he's saying. I need some space, Ethan says finally. I'm going to stay with Mark for a few days. I watch, stunned, as he grabs his pre-packed overnight bag from the hallway closet. Had he planned this already? You're leaving? Just like that? I ask, my voice rising. Just like that, he echoes, not unkindly. I need time to think about what I want, Olivia, and so do you. I'm standing in our doorway, watching as he puts his bag in the trunk of his car. A small part of me wants to run after him, to apologize, to beg him to stay. But a larger part, my pride, keeps me rooted in place. Fine, I shout as he gets into the driver's seat. Take your time. I don't need this drama. He doesn't respond, doesn't even look back as he drives away. I slam the door and lean against it, sliding down to sit on the floor. I think, he'll be back. He always comes back. He'll cool off and realize he's overreacting. But 3 days pass, and Ethan doesn't return, doesn't even call. I text him a few times, casual, breezy messages that betray none of my growing anxiety. Hey, when are you coming home? The dishwasher is making that weird noise again. Your mom called. Should I tell her you're having a tantrum at Mark's place? Seriously, Ethan? The silent treatment? Real mature. No response to any of them. On the 4th day, I'm sitting on my best friend Jenna's couch, clutching a glass of wine. The afternoon sun streams through her living room windows as I finish recounting the whole story. And now he's just gone, staying at Mark's like some kind of dramatic teenager, I say, taking a large sip. Can you believe him? Jenna tilts her head, studying me with an expression I can't quite read. Actually, yeah, I can believe him. I nearly choke on my wine. What? Whose side are you on? Yours, she says carefully. Which is why I need to be honest with you. That joke about Noah, it was pretty harsh, Liv. It was just a joke. Was it, though? She asks, echoing Ethan's words so perfectly that it sends a chill through me. Because from where I'm sitting, you've been pretty hard on Ethan for a while now. I set down my wine glass with more force than necessary. What's that supposed to mean? It means, Jenna says gently, that sometimes when we hang out, all you do is complain about him. How boring he is, how he doesn't understand you, how Noah is so much more fun. And honestly, Liv, it makes me uncomfortable. I feel my face grow hot. I don't do that. You do, she insists. Remember last month when Ethan surprised you with tickets to that play you mentioned once? You told me it was sweet but predictable, and then spent 20 minutes talking about how Noah took that girl from his office to Paris for a weekend. That's different, I say weakly. Is it? Jenna leans forward. Liv, I love you, but you need to ask yourself something. Do you actually want to be with Ethan, or do you just like the security he provides while you fantasize about something more exciting? Her words hit me like a slap. I stand up, gathering my purse. I thought you'd understand. I thought you'd be on my side. I am on your side, she says, not moving to stop me. That's why I'm telling you the truth before you lose a good man for good. I leave Jenna's apartment feeling betrayed and even more alone. On the drive home, I grip the steering wheel tightly, blinking back hot tears. I think everyone's turning against me, even Jenna. It's not fair. But a small voice in the back of my mind whispers, what if they're right? A week after Ethan left, I'm scrolling through Facebook when I see it. A post from Noah, a group photo at some rooftop bar downtown, and there, smiling in the background, is Ethan. My Ethan, but different. He's wearing a new shirt I've never seen before, one that actually fits him well. His hair is styled differently. He looks relaxed, happy even. The caption reads, "Great night with great people. Proud of my brother for putting himself first for once, new beginnings." I stare at the photo for a long time, an uncomfortable feeling settling in my chest. The comments are worse. Looking good, Ethan. Freedom suits you. So glad to see you smiling again, man. Whoever gave you that style upgrade deserves a medal. I'm sitting on my couch, knees pulled up to my chest, staring at my phone. I think he's moved on already. He's out partying with Noah while I'm here alone. I click on Ethan's profile, something I haven't done in ages. Why would I, when we live together? His relationship status has changed to, it's complicated. There are new photos I wasn't tagged in. Ethan hiking with Mark. Ethan at a cooking class. Each image shows him smiling, looking more confident than I remember. A notification pops up. Helen Thompson has sent you a message. My hands shake slightly as I open it. Olivia, Ethan asked me to let you know he'll be coming by on Saturday at 2 p.m. to pick up some more of his things. He'd appreciate it if you could make sure you're either out of the house or give him space to do this without confrontation. I hope you're reflecting on recent events. The formality of the message makes my stomach drop. This is real. This is happening. I'm standing in our bedroom on Saturday morning, looking at Ethan's side of the closet. Half his clothes are already gone. When did he take them? I run my fingers along the hanging shirts he left behind, bringing one to my face. It still smells like him. For the first time since he left, I allow myself to cry. Really cry. Deep, ugly sobs that leave me gasping for air. I think, what have I done? What if he never comes back? At exactly 2 p.m., I hear his key in the lock. I'm sitting at the kitchen table, hands wrapped around a cold mug of tea. I've spent hours practicing what to say, how to make this right. Ethan walks in and stops short when he sees me. He looks good, really good. He's gotten a haircut and the new clothes he's wearing fit him perfectly, but it's more than that. He stands taller somehow, more assured. I thought you'd be out, he says, his voice neutral. I needed to see you, I reply, my voice smaller than I intended. We need to talk. He sighs, setting his keys on the counter. Olivia, I'm just here for my things. Please, I say, hearing the desperation in my voice. 5 minutes. That's all I'm asking. He hesitates, then nods once, taking the seat across from me. He doesn't remove his jacket. I'm sorry, I blurt out. I'm sorry for what I said about Noah. It was cruel and disrespectful, and you didn't deserve it. Something flickers in his eyes, surprise maybe, but his expression remains guarded. Thank you for saying that. I miss you, I continue, reaching for his hand. He pulls it back before I can touch him. I want us to work this out, whatever it takes. Ethan is quiet for a long moment. I've been doing a lot of thinking this past week, he finally says, and I realize something important. I deserve better than how you've been treating me. His words hit me like a physical blow. I know I messed up, but it's not just about the joke, Olivia. It's about years of small cuts, years of feeling like I was never enough for you, years of watching you look at other men, my brother included, with more admiration than you ever looked at me. Tears well in my eyes. That's not true. It is true, he says firmly. And the worst part is, I believed it. I believed I wasn't enough, that I had to keep trying harder, keep changing to make you happy. He takes a deep breath. But this time apart has shown me something important. I am enough, just not for you. I'm clutching the edge of the table, feeling like the floor is falling out from under me. What are you saying? I'm saying I want a divorce, Olivia. The word hangs in the air between us, heavy and final. No, I whisper, shaking my head. No, we can fix this. I can change. I can do better. I believe you mean that right now, he says gently. But I also think you're more upset about losing me than you are about hurting me. And that's the problem. I stand up, knocking my chair backward. That's not fair. You're not even giving us a chance. I gave us 5 years of chances, he says, still frustratingly calm. I'm choosing to give myself a chance now. With who? I demand, suddenly furious. Is there someone else? Is that what this is about? A sad smile crosses his face. No, there's no one else. This is about me finally respecting myself enough to walk away from someone who doesn't value me. He stands up, zipping his jacket. I'll come back for the rest of my things when you're at work next week. My lawyer will be in touch about the house. I'm standing in the kitchen doorway, watching him walk towards our bedroom. So that's it? You're just giving up? He pauses, looking back at me. I'm not giving up, Olivia. I'm moving on. There's a difference. 3 weeks later, I'm sitting alone in my living room, staring at the divorce papers Ethan's lawyer had couriered over. The house feels too big now, too quiet. Most of Ethan's things are gone, removed efficiently while I was at work, just as he promised. My phone buzzes with a text from Jenna. How are you holding up? I don't answer. I haven't spoken much to anyone lately. Not since the rumors started spreading through our friend group about what happened. Not since I saw the photos on Instagram of Ethan at a charity event, standing next to a pretty brunette who looked at him with obvious admiration. I think, how did everything fall apart so quickly? The divorce papers list irreconcilable differences as the reason. So clinical, so impersonal. It doesn't capture the way I destroyed us with 1,000 tiny cuts, culminating in that final, fatal blow at his family's dinner table. I pick up my phone and scroll to Ethan's contact. My thumb hovers over the call button. What would I even say? That I'm sorry? That I miss him? That I finally understand what I had only now that it's gone? Instead, I open Instagram one more time, torturing myself with a new photo Noah posted. It shows him and Ethan at some mountain viewpoint, arms around each other's shoulders, grinning widely. The caption reads, "Nothing better than seeing my brother living his best life. Fresh start, new chapter." The comments are full of support and not so subtle references. So happy for Ethan, onward and upward. Some people don't know what they have until it's gone. Their loss. Looking happier than I've seen him in years. I throw my phone across the room, listening to it thud against the wall. It doesn't break, which somehow makes me angrier. A week later, I'm sitting at a coffee shop downtown, finally meeting Jenna after weeks of avoiding her calls. She looks at me with concern as I stir my untouched latte. The house is going on the market next month, I tell her flatly. Ethan's being generous with the division of assets, according to his lawyer. As if that makes any of this better. Jenna reaches across the table and takes my hand. Have you tried talking to him again? Really talking? I shake my head, blinking back tears. He won't see me, won't take my calls. Everything goes through the lawyers now. I take a shaky breath. I saw him yesterday, by accident, at that bookstore we used to go to. What happened? Nothing, I say, the word like a stone in my mouth. He saw me, nodded politely, and walked out, like I was a distant acquaintance ball, like I wasn't the woman he once promised forever to. Oh, Liv. The worst part, I continue, my voice breaking, is that I didn't even realize how much I loved him until he was gone, until I saw how much better he is without me. Jenna squeezes my hand. Maybe with time. No, I interrupt, knowing the truth even as it breaks my heart to say it. No, it's too late. You should see him, Jenna. He's glowing. Everyone says it. Even his parents post about how proud they are of him for finding his worth. He started that photography business he always talked about, the one I told him was impractical. He's traveling. He's happy. I wipe at my eyes roughly. Without me. And Noah? Jenna asks carefully. I laugh bitterly. Noah won't even look at me. Told me I lost the best man I'll ever find when I ran into him last week. Said Ethan deserved better. And what do you think? Jenna asks. I'm staring out the coffee shop window, watching people rush by, all living their lives while mine seems frozen in regret. I think he's right, I finally whisper. I think Ethan deserved much better than what I gave him. 6 months later, I'm standing in my new apartment, a small one-bedroom, nothing like the beautiful house Ethan and I had shared. The divorce was finalized last week, quick and clean. Ethan never wavered, never showed a moment of doubt. The man who once would have done anything to save our marriage didn't fight for it at all in the end. I'm unpacking a box labeled Photos when I find it, our wedding album. I sit cross-legged on the floor, turning the pages slowly. There we are, so young, so hopeful. Ethan looking at me with such love in his eyes. And me, was I ever really looking at him the same way? Or was I always looking past him, searching for something more exciting, never appreciating what was right in front of me? I close the album gently, setting it aside. On impulse, I take out my phone and open Instagram. I haven't checked Ethan's profile in weeks, a small victory in my attempt to move forward. His latest post is from yesterday. He's standing on a beach at sunset, his arm around the brunette from the charity event. They're both laughing, caught in a moment of genuine happiness. The caption is simple. Sometimes the best things in life come after the hardest goodbyes. Grateful. I set my phone down and look around my small apartment. Empty walls, boxes still unopened, a life I never imagined for myself. I think this is what it cost, one careless joke, years of taking him for granted. This is what I lost. It's only now, sitting alone, surrounded by the remnants of a life that no longer exists, that I truly understand the weight of my words that night at the dinner table. I joke with my friends that I married the wrong brother. Except Ethan was never the wrong brother. He was the right man, steady, loving, kind, and I was too blind to see it, too focused on what I thought I was missing to appreciate what I had. I pick up the wedding album one more time, run my fingers over our smiling faces, then place it back in the box. Some memories are too painful to display in this new, solitary life I've created for myself. As I tape the box shut, my phone buzzes with a text from Jenna. Dinner tonight? You shouldn't be alone right now. I type back, thanks, but I need to get used to this. Being alone, learning from my mistakes. Because that's the cruel irony of it all. I joked about marrying the wrong brother, and Ethan got up and did something I never expected. He found the strength to walk away and build a better life without me. He found someone who appreciates him for exactly who he is. And I'm left with nothing but regret and a hard-earned lesson. Some jokes reveal truths we're not ready to face, and some wounds can never be healed.